Senator Kruger yield to a question, please?
Senator Kruger, will you yield to Senator Padavan?
Certainly, Madam President.
Senator Kruger.
Senator
yields.
Kruger, last week during your dialogue with Senator DeFrancisco, the issue came up relevant to targets that we could deal with as committees or in any fashion that was appropriate. And he asked you whether or not these targets would be available. And I'd like to share with you your response. You said, yes, there are targets. Those targets will be discussed tomorrow at the five-way meeting. And with the leadership agreeing, the next step, hopefully, is the process to begin conference committees. My question, therefore, Senator, is 5 leaders met. There were discussions. Are conference committees about to meet?
Through you, Madam President, firstly, I appreciate you refreshing my memory, Senator Padavan. Secondly, at that five-way leaders meeting, the representation that's made in terms of the scorecard as outlined by Senator Skelos was representations that were made by the governor, not by this majority. And secondly, the process that's going forward, these bills are governor's bills. The governor is driving these bills and this agenda. And I remain optimistic that as we go forward, conference committees will become part of the final budget process.
Madam President, will the Senator yield again?
Senator Kruger, do you continue
Yes, I do.
to yield?
I'm delighted that we're optimistic. But as we've heard earlier, we're at 40% of the budget. It seems to me that critical mass has long since passed us. You recall that phrase, critical mass?
And I recall
and
the
you
radar,
also recall the radar
also.
screen.
Right.
So the radar screen and the critical mass is behind us. And last week, springing in the hearts of men, you said we'd have conference committees, or you thought we would. And here we're a week later. Now, I would say, optimistic as we might wish to be, I think we've reached a certain point here where optimism has to give way to reality. And that reality is that we get together and start analyzing this budget in an appropriate way so that the questions that were asked by Senator DeFrancisco would no longer be applicable. We'd know how we got where we're at. And I realize these are not your proposals before. They are the governor's. We understand that. But we have a responsibility. And I don't believe we're discharging it properly by not doing the things we're supposed to be doing by law, not by desire, not by inclination, but by law. Do you agree with me, Senator? Yeah, do you agree with me? That's my question.
Started. No, I don't agree with you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam President.